What is going on, guys? Johnny here with another Frizzy Finds video, and you know we are back at the bins. Those are girl hands. That's Frizz. I'm doing the audio. She's doing the picking. We need to get 2 GoPros, I think, is what we need to do. Frizz, let's talk about this later. But we like to just dive through and get in. If you notice, Frizz here is not wearing gloves. I don't wear gloves either. And the reason for that is we want to feel fabrics. We want to feel quality. And if you have gloves on, that can get in the way of it. We are fortunate enough that our Goodwill outlet locations does not require you to wear gloves, even though there are locations out there that make it mandatory that you wear gloves when going through the bins as a safety precaution, insurance, whatever it is. But we are lucky we do not have to. But I will say this, we do not go directly from the bins to lunch or dinner without washing our hands first, because we have touched wet things, we have touched sticky things, we have touched brown things, we have touched yellow things. So we know that is the case. We've only gotten cut once or twice, so it's not too bad. And that's really in the hard goods. But just digging through and looking, trying to see brands, fabric content, all sorts of things. We use our bins as a time to really just learn and study and hopefully find some goods at a really cheap cost. We are fortunate enough to have a bins location close to us, so we can source our items for $1.50 each, and then can turn around and flip it. And we look for an average sale price of like $35 if we're going to pick it up. Now, we don't hold to that rule for everything, but sometimes if we're on the fence about something and it's only going to sell for like $20-25, we might throw it back. If it's a really cool piece and it's $20-25, we might pick it up. So it really depends. But if something's going to make us $35-40, we're picking it up without even thinking twice. Now, this is going through our clothes bins. We also have other hard good bins, not a lot of them, usually just old broken Christmas stuff and craft stuff, even though there's still some goods in there sometimes. And then we have other bins that are just hats, boots, things like that. You guys may hear the airplane flying by. It was nice outside, so I decided to record this outside. While we're on the topic of bin videos, watching bins, talking bins, guys, nearly 80%, yes, 80% of the people who watch our videos, who watch our shorts, all on YouTube, are not subscribed. We are very early in our reselling journey, about a year and a half. We are even less than that in our YouTube journey. So guys, please, if you like hanging out, if you like seeing it, if you get a chuckle or two, whatever it is, even you can hate watch us too if you like. But please, if you would, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, drop something in the comments. You can even tell us we're terrible. We'll take anything at this point, but drop it in there and let us know. We appreciate you guys. So talking about average sales price, let us know what you guys do. Do you have just a rule of thumb that you follow? Like I said before, we're usually around $35. If something's going to sell for $35 or more, we will pick it up for sure. Obviously, depending on sell-through rates and all that kind of stuff. But let us know. We do mostly women's clothing. We do know some people out there who buy things for $100 so they can sell it for $250 and $300. They only sell the high stuff. We know other people who just buy and figure it out and see what happens. But let us know. Do you have a rule of thumb? What kind of stuff do you like to source? And what is that average sale price that you shoot for? All right, now let's leave the bins. Let's head back to the house, pop into our eBay cage, cage. It feels like a cage. Our eBay cave, really it's just our garage. But let's pop in there and see what we bought that's sold this week. We are going to get into our weekend sales. It's a little after 5 o'clock here on Sunday. We have 18 orders to pack up, 13 on eBay, 5 on Posh, a wide range of stuff, and we're excited to show you. All right, hitting up the purse portion of the show, we have this Juicy Couture leather bag. This is heading out. Frizzy wanted me to tell everybody that this would have sold for more had the zipper not been broken, so There you go, Frizz. Everyone knows now. The zipper's broke. We also sold this. Is it Orly Kylie? Orly Kylie? What is it? It is Orla Kylie. This little, like, daisy, whatever, kind of purse right there is heading out. And then, guys, Johnny find. Yes, it is a Johnny's find. I found this Coach purse. I found this Coach purse at the bins yesterday. Frizz put it up today, and just like that, it sold, which means we probably priced it too low, but who cares? 2 into 25, I think. It's getting out of here. So next up is in bin 5. And I pulled it out a little bit earlier, but this is a Bolo brand. Frizzy found this actually when we were in Denver doing our little thrift trip to Denver. Flint and Tinder. This is a men's jacket that sold for like $200. Frizz super excited about this. Like I said, found it at the bins in Denver. So next up, we'll file this as don't really ever buy. This is a Coca-Cola new tag oven mitt. We even tried to sell it for $1 at our garage sale, but thankfully it didn't sell because we have this heading out plus shipping. The one thing I don't sell a lot of that I will purchase from time to time is toys, right? Like this little guy here. And it's just not something that I ever got into. But whenever we are at Goodwill, and our Goodwill sometimes will just have like a bin, and it's just like duct taped up, and it's like $20, and you take the whole bin. What I'll do is I'll look and peek and see what I can see, and then I'll comp a couple, and if at least we can make our money back, the rest of it's just like a fun game, right? So I will buy toys from time to time if that's the case. Now, this was a little bit different. As you may or may not know, I was in Buffalo a couple weeks ago, went to a Savers for the first time, and it was expensive. I passed on almost everything, but went over to the toy section, and they had all their toys like pre-bagged, and you just bought whatever was in the bag. So I had picked up a whole 11. It ended up being 11 bags of these Ben 10 characters, right? Paid $3.49 a bag. There was like 4 or 5 characters per bag. So ended up with like 50, 60 characters. Guys, these are selling like crazy, and they're selling like overseas. These 2 bags of 11 character figures, whatever you want to call them, are going out for $90 plus international shipping. They're all in like, I don't know, like $150 or something like that to ship these. So absolutely insane. So Bolo alert, Ben 10 action figures. If you are out looking at toys and you see a bunch of figures that just look like space creatures, double check them. I use Google Lens and just started scanning figures. So that is just some of the highlights of what is heading out this weekend. I'm also going to pop up here on the side some of the other sales that we had. That way we don't have to go through each one individually, but check it out. Definitely some Bolo brands in there, and just some good bread and butters too. All right, so this next one up, I am going to label our sales of the week. So tip of the hat to old Frizz. She found this. There it goes. There it is. Yes, this Clinique Pure Cologne for Men. This bottle is about 3/4 of the way full, and it sold for $75. I forgot what we paid for this. Just a couple bucks at an estate sale last weekend. Frizz has really been trying to learn about old colognes and perfumes and things like that. Just be careful. If you do list these on eBay, you have to list them as new, even though it's been used. So just a little tip there, but kudos to Frizz. This Clinique men's cologne heading out for $75. Look at some of the highlights of the weekend. I am going to pop up here just some of the other sales that we have, and just kind of introduce you guys to our garage, whatnot studio, eBay cave, whatever you want to call it. We do use a bin numbering system. So if you guys are new to reselling or thinking about reselling and just want to know how to get organized, our recommendation is using bins and like a numbering system or a letter system. Some people use license plate, whatever works for you. But we use numbers. We put the number into the custom SKU spot on eBay. So when an item sells, we know, oh, it's in bin 29. So we go to bin 29 and we can pull it out. If it's not in the bins, then we just pray. We pray that we can find it. We're not the most organized people in the world, but we try. But definitely use some kind of a custom SKU numbering system. I mean, once you have more than 10 or 12 items, it can get into a nightmare really quick. So just a quick little pop-up, some advice for beginning resellers.